I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Good in you.
Thank you. Congratulations on the
Guys,
season.
let me get it out.
All right, that's all right. Hey, you've gone on record in saying that you want to retire here. Just what is it in like your 2 years here? What is it about the city? What is it about this franchise that you've endeared to?
Even before I got here, people always talk about wanting an NBA team, whatever the case may be, but the support for women in sport, ever since I can remember this franchise, the atmosphere has been electric. Watching as a fan, playing as an opponent, every time we came here and faced Seattle, I've spent All-Stars here, and just see how this is such a sports town, but I think just the support, particularly in this time in my career too, where I was coming off my daughter and coming off maternity leave and just kind of uncertain of if I could play at a high level again or just what that would look like for me. It's not a big sample size on how to do that. But the city just really, the whole situation of being in Seattle, it's been breathing life into me, into my career, and just gave me a renewed sense of passion for the game, a love for the game, competing at a high level, and obviously the expectation, and that's something that doesn't fall short on our minds and how we prepare every day. The resources here from this organization is first class, and I've loved every experience being a part of the city. My kids out and about, just really embracing the city of Seattle in the off season, spending a lot of time here, and so I still feel the same way. I don't want to retire this year, if that means anything. Obviously, it's a lot of factors, and every team I've been on has been different since I came into this league, and so I understand that will also be the situation next year. But for me, where I'm at this point in my career, I've loved my experience. The fans, how they've embraced us, and walking Trader Joe's, wherever you at, you say, hey, you see the shirts, and they always show love. So yeah, I really enjoy my experience and my time here so far, being in Seattle.
Talking about obviously Game 3, not the final result you guys wanted, but a few days removed now. Just how do you feel about that series, your personal and team performance, and pushing Vegas to the final possession in that game?
I don't know yet. I think it's a lot to unload, a lot to unpack. I've experienced a very wide spectrum range of emotions. After game 1, we had a conversation. I was just talking to a few of my teammates, and I said, are we afraid of them? Because if you're scared of them, it's nothing that you can really overcome physically if we can't get over that mentally. And we're like, no. And so I think as the series went on, and that game 2, they won however many games in a row. I don't think a lot of people thought we could win, and I spoke to this. But I think after we won game 2, we were expecting to win game 3. And it wasn't just us trying to get a participation trophy or just to go out there and make it respectable. We really felt like, we kind of understood it now, and how to approach. We liked our start and all the things we talked about, in the game. I've been in this game a long time. Only 2 things can happen when you compete. You either win or lose, and somebody has to move on. And so I'm not a moral victories gal. You guys have come to learn me in the last few years at least. I wanted to win, and I expected us to win. And I think that just speaks to all the talent I've talked about us having, our capabilities to push a team like that. To the very last possession, considering it was questions surrounding if we'd even be able to be in that position. So obviously it was very, I thought it was the most exciting series. But we see in the playoffs, anything can happen. But I think it alludes to the talent that I spoke with, that this team has, our capabilities there, and just falling really one rebound short of moving on. And so we lost to a respectable opponent. For us, it doesn't take away that feeling. When you don't win the last game of the season, you always feel the same way.
Based on your answer to Percy's question, do you want to be involved in sort of the
ownership and front office plan in the off season? Do you want to be out there helping recruit your teammates to come back with everybody going to free agency?
I want us to have a CBA because there's no expansion draft, there's no expansion teams, there's no next year if we don't have a CBA. And so honestly, not even being facetious, Kevin, like that's exactly what I want us to hone in on and focus on before we can have those conversations. And obviously I'll cross paths with a lot of people this off season, a lot of players this off season. But my mentality hasn't shifted. I haven't even thought about the possibilities there. But obviously, locking in that CBA would be nice to know that we even have a season, to look forward to next year. And I think we're all just kind of playing it by ear from there.
You talked about this season breathed life into you, the relationship with the club and the fans. What did you learn about yourself in a season that, this season, something that you learned about yourself, just whether you knew it was there or you wasn't there?
I think it's just more about improving myself than proving myself to others. I've always been an overcomer, and I thought more so now than ever. I'll just say that. And so it's a lot of nuances to approaching this season. First of all, being in this league for as long as I've been in this league and still competing at a high level, knowing that I can play for as long as I want to, because I know nobody's going to push my work ethic, and challenge my work ethic there. So I knew I was an overcomer. I knew I had a lot of resiliency. Just really leaning on my support system this year. I knew I had a strong support system too. So it just reiterated a lot of things I knew about myself. And so, yeah, I am proud of myself. Every time I'm able to complete a season, I'm proud of myself. And there was a lot of factors this year that came into things, but ultimately, always had the support of the organization, always had the support of the coaching staff, always had the support of my teammates. And, for the most part, always felt like I had the support of anybody that showed up and was a supporter of the Seattle Storm. And so, I did learn a lot. I confirmed a lot of things I already knew about myself, so appreciate that.
Thanks for the honesty.
Yeah. Last question, we'll go to Jeff on Zoom. Jeff, go ahead.
Yes, Skylar, I know you talked about the CBA and stuff being the high priority first, but just kind of, if you can, look ahead a little bit, thinking about next year, Dom Malonga in year 2, you guys are guaranteed a top 5 lottery pick. What do you kind of think is the team needs to push you guys into that next level to, get further in the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. It is the way too early question to answer. It's a lot of things to think about before then, and we'll just have to see how that goes. Obviously, we know the potential of Dom. We got to see her in stretches this year and what she can do, and she'll be the face of this organization for a very long time. And so, we'll see what happens with college and how we fare there and the pick. And it's 100,000 factors. And then what everybody else does and decides to do. I'm only one piece of that pie. I would like to try to keep our core together. But those decisions are above me. You know what I'm saying? Players play, and this off season, I just look forward to, taking care of myself, getting myself back to 100%, and being able to get better. And so that's what I'm thinking about immediately.